The seriousness for this solemn moment. Last summer, I think it was last summer, Darol and Nancy got married. Oh, that's sweet. You guys.
Are you guys getting divorced now?
Not until after we get rings.
That's what we're here to prevent. So last summer, Darol and Nancy got married. Most of you weren't there to witness the shotgun affair because the whole thing happened very quickly and had to happen very quickly for reasons beyond Darol and Nancy's control. We'll say it was because of some high-level Boeing mucky mucks, but that's all you need to know about
And I
that.
haven't had a baby since then, so.
No, there was no babies involved. So, but those unforeseen circumstances, those unplanned events served a very important purpose. Sure, it forced the issue and made Darol and Nancy finally take the inevitable leap into matrimonial bliss, but more importantly, it gave us a reason to celebrate. Weddings are, if nothing else, a bloody fabulous reason to have a party. So the good news is, when we did that last summer, we fell short. There was something missing. There was one part we didn't do, which is good news for all of us because it gave us a reason to have another party. This time with everybody at the party that should be at the party. So ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, we are gathered here today because we love Darol and Nancy. At least most of us. I've got a hunch that some of you are only here for the free beer and the free food. Regardless, most of us are here because we love Darol and Nancy and we're happy to see that they found each other. When the official hooking took place, Darol and Nancy made promises to each other. They did the whole to have and to hold until death do you part, yada 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 thing. But they also made other, more meaningful and practical promises to each other. For example, Darol agreed to replace the wiper blades on Nancy's car. Nancy agreed to keep sewing up various necessary and comfortable thingies for the RV. Now, here we are several months later, we can only assume that both Darol and Nancy have thus far lived up to their matrimonial duties, including, not exclusively, the aforementioned wiper blades and doily thingies. So anyway, what we didn't do back then was exchange the rings. That's what we're here to do today. We did all the paperwork and all the yada yada, but we didn't exchange rings. So today we're here to exchange the rings. The ring. It's an ancient and perfect symbol of love everlasting because it has no beginning and no end. Ooh, spooky hippie shit. The ring, it is flawless and simple, just like the love it represents. The ring is round. Round like the sun, round like the moon, like the baseball, like the pizza pie. It's a perfect circle. When properly constructed and baked at 425 degrees, it is utterly delicious, just like the love it represents. The ring, that is, not the pizza. Sure, pizza would be a great symbol for love everlasting, but it'd be pretty tough to put one of those on your finger. Ancient and everlasting. So exactly how ancient is the exchanging of wedding rings? Well, I heard this friend of mine named Darol, who once told me that he remembers a time when he saw Neanderthals tying twigs and grass roots around the bride's wrists and ankles. Nancy, you should know that the Neanderthals regarded this as not only a sign of loyalty and friendship, but they also believed that by doing so, the wife's soul would remain intact and she would live longer. So Nancy, you got that going for you. A few thousand years later, Darol taught the ancient Egyptians how to fashion wedding rings out of bone, leather, ivory, and hemp. Eventually, the Egyptians figured out that they could use metal to make their wedding rings. And Nancy, you should know that the ancient Egyptians considered the wedding ring as something more than a symbol. When a woman received a wedding ring, she had claim on all of her husband's possessions. So, Nancy, she got that going for you. Now, Darol, you should know that... Sorry, buddy, I got nothing for you. So, on that note, let's get on to the matter at hand, and let's do the exchanging of the rings. So, Nancy, you got the ring? You do. Take Daryl's left hand in your hands and repeat after me. Darol, with this ring, I am still married to you.
With this ring, I'm still married.
Now, Darol, do you have the ring?
I do.
Okay. No, you already said I do.
Oh yeah, that.
So take hold of Nancy's left hand and put the ring on her finger and repeat after me.
Push her.
Nancy, with this ring, I am still married to you.
Nancy, with this ring, I am still married to you.
Darol and Nancy, by the powers vested in me by the state of Washington and the state of intoxication, which neither of which is really necessary because you're already married, and with the support and approval, most importantly, of everyone in this room here today, I now pronounce you still man and wife. You may kiss your wife again.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Can't take it off yet.
Come on, we have to exit the stage together. Here.